welcome back to the channel. Today I want to talk about Season 5 predictions and the 40th character as well, since we don't know who that is yet. Capcom Cup is happening in about a week from now, and on Sunday we're going to have new announcement, maybe even two, we don't know for sure yet, but we do know that Gil will be available after Capcom Cup. So I want to talk about Season 5 predictions as well as what other announcement we could possibly get for the game. So it seems like they're going for this Street Fighter Third Strike, or at least defeat Street Fighter 3 story, since Street Fighter 5 does take place after Street Fighter 4 and before Street Fighter 3. In the story mode, we could see in the end that Gil was there. Even Colleen being there is pretty much clear hint. So now we have characters like Urian, Gil, Colleen, Alex. We have a lot of characters that we haven't seen in the previous game, Street Fighter 4, that we've seen in 5. So far we have, the usual Ryu, Ken, Chun-Li. We don't have any Cammy, Guile, Balrog, Vega. They are not here to be seen, but we do have Ibuki, who was also in Street Fighter 4. Gil wasn't in Street Fighter 4, but he is coming to 5. So there's a lot of theories I have, but I don't have a safe one, as you can say. I'm not confident in all of them. So for the last character in Season 4, a lot of people have rumored, or even saying that it's going to be Seth. I honestly don't know about that one, but it could be. Some have said that the last character is a boss character, so that leads me to believe that that character isn't Makoto or Yun or Yang, but it could be Seth. I can't think of any other bosses other than Shin Akuma or Oni, but they are kinda already in the game. Like, we already have Shin Akuma in an extra battle mode. I want to talk about that in a bit. So I've given this some thought for a while, and my Season 5 predictions, if they're going for 6 characters again, like they've done, at the same time, I don't even know if there's going to be a Season 5, considering what Ono said, them locking down the game because of the Inter-World Open tournament happening. And when you suddenly add new characters, that means new balance changes too. Some of the things that Ono said in the interview wasn't true either, or at least he was trying to make sure that he wasn't going to spoil anything or say too much. Honestly, I don't know at this point, but I still want to have a prediction of the characters I think could make sense, and some characters I hope to make it back. I'm not gonna have them in a specific order. So the first one being Makoto, I think you could definitely make it back. I could definitely see her being in 5. She is pretty important to the Street Fighter 3 story, and she's a unique character too, and loved by many people. And if they're really going for the Street Fighter 3 story, then I think that Makoto would make a lot of sense to come back. Though I'm not sure if there's been any hints of that in character stories or story mode or anything. But then again, there wasn't any hints of Akuma either, and then he showed up. The second character I think that could make it back is Oro. I originally thought that he would be the 40th character of Season 4, but let's say he isn't. He isn't the last character of that. Then I think Oro would make it to Season 5 definitely. He's been in the story mode too with Dalsim, and he is also a very important character, not only in the Street Fighter 3 story, but also in general. He has a lot of backstory with Ryu, Gen too, I believe, or was it Akuma? So yeah, I could definitely see him being there. Before I go any further, I want to say that a lot of these character stories have mostly hinted that there will be new characters, or these characters will return at some point. Now, I didn't used to believe that in the beginning. When Season 2 came out, I didn't really believe that was true anymore. But I have changed my mind, because things have changed a lot. In Ryu's story, we already see that there will be a evil version of him coming, and then we've got him many years later. We got Kage, And then later, Lucia is revealed, announced, and you can connect those two stories with each other, Cody's and Lucia's. And the same goes for Poison story mode. In the ending, you see Hugo come in, and you know Poison is mad at him. You want to fight him. With that being said, I think Hugo could be a season 5 character, the third one. Not in any particular order, but I just think that he could make it back. Now I want to say Q, but I read a comment and I've seen so many videos about this that I'm not too sure if G is Q, because to me it seems like they're very similar with each other. G even has a Q outfit. They have similar movesets. Q seems to be a little more clumsier and more non-friendly looking than G does. So if G really is becoming Q in Street Fighter 3, then no, Q would not return in Season 5 because he's already there. But since this is not confirmed by Capcom or anything, I'm just gonna put Q to the side and be like, okay, Q is also another prediction I have. I don't know if I Negro, Terrell, Dudley, I don't know. We already have 2 boxing characters, so I really don't know about that one. And they usually also have 2 new characters for every pass, or at least that's what it's been for the last 2 season passes. So if they're going for that, 3 returning and 2 new, then I would say Oro, Makoto and Hugo. But let's say Oro is the 40th character of season 4. Then I would say Makoto, Hugo and Sean. He's already in the story mode and he's also in Laura's, and he has a lot of connections too in the game. Not only is he Laura's little brother, but he's Ken's student too. And he was also in Street Fighter 3. But it would only make sense to add these characters I mentioned: Hugo, Makoto, Oro, Sean. I really want Yun and Yang to return too. I don't know if they can be released as one slot, the 2 brothers sharing a slot in the season pass, not entirely the game itself. But I don't know if they're going to split these 2 up. They're going to take 2 slots. That means there's only 1 returning character left. In the end, I hope they go for the Street Fighter 3 story. It would really make a lot of sense. And besides, there's a lot of Street Fighter 3 characters I love. Makoto, Oro, Sean, Yun Yan. Not so much Hugo, but he's a pretty important part of the story, especially now that Poison is there. So yeah, that was my season 5 prediction. So as for new announcements or new stuff coming to Champion Edition, I think we're going to see a new story mode, a volume 2, which is going to mainly focus on the DLC characters. I could definitely see that happening. It would only make sense to me that they're doing that, because we have so many important characters who made a return to the game, and I really want to see like Gil's story in Street Fighter 5 Akuma's. We haven't seen anything from Akuma other than him just being released. That's it. I really want to see Akuma in Street Fighter 5 story mode with Ryu and maybe even Gouken, because I believe this is before Akuma killed Gouken. But yeah, there's a lot of connections there where I just think like this is the best time to make a second story mode in the game, and make it free too. I mean, honestly, don't charge players for this, or at least make it come with Champion Edition. And I also, from what I've heard about rumors being a boss battle mode or a boss AI kinda mode where you can fight the boss characters and play as them, I think that's what the rumors were. I couldn't see that happening, because in extra battle mode they have released a lot of boss characters that you can fight and earn some fight money or titles for that. You had a lot of interesting ones too, like Shadow Nash, Shadow Lady being Chun-Li. We had Shin Akuma, Shin Bison, Trigger Nikali, and Master Ryu. Now, the thing that interests me the most about all of these is Shadow Lady, Shadow Nash, and Master Ryu. Now, Shadow Lady and Shadow Nash, I believe, are from Marvel vs. Capcom, so they could add some bosses from that. from that franchise to the game. Master Ryu was really interesting to fight because he showed a new critical art in Street Fighter V. He did the Shin Shoryuken, which only he had performed in the game. All of the characters only have one critical art, except for Kage and Akuma. They have the Raging Demon. I think we all want new critical arts, and I really hope that too with Champion Edition. I hope that's one of the things they announced. Maybe that's what they're doing at the Capcom Cup announcements. You're going to show up the new critical arts. If you're going to get new triggers, I don't think so. You already have 2 triggers now, but it could be a possibility. I'm not saying that it is, but I just don't think you're going to see new triggers. I think we're going to see new critical arts maybe, but I have no idea what Seth would be doing in 5. Wasn't he killed in 4? That's what I remembered. He got killed by Bison and Jury, and since 5 takes place after 4, I just don't see him coming back. A new boss battle mode and new critical arts. That's what I think would come to Champion Edition. Let me know in the comments down below who you think or who you want to come back in Season 5, and what you think about the new modes, the critical arts, and story mode potentially coming to Street Fighter V. So yeah, I'd love to discuss this with you all. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.